Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stats and Sidelines.
Sometimes I do. You know what I'm saying?
The show that encompasses all things football, on the field, off the field, with some of NFL legends, some of the greats that played the game, so we can literally talk about the game because they played it. We can talk about it off the field because they lived it. One thing, a big shout out to Gila River Wild Horse Pass, Wild Horse Casino, Miss Daphne for making all this happen, letting us come here in this beautiful establishment up here at BetMGM Sportsbook. We're here. Check us out, statsandsSidelines.com, Stats and Sidelines YouTube. To all the fans out there, thank you for coming out. Who we got in the house today? Let's start over all the way to my right. My co-host all the way at the end, Big Chizo in the building.
How you doing, man?
Well, appreciate it, man. Glad you made it. Next to Chizo, to my right, former Dallas Cowboy, Daryl Clack. To my immediate right, former Miami Dolphin.
Yes, Miami Dolphin.
Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens.
Arizona Cardinals.
And Arizona Cardinals.
Jerome Buddha Daniels.
There we go.
To my immediate left, the one, the only Arizona Cardinal legend, Mr. Frank Sanders. Next to him to his left, another legend, so they told me. Arizona Cardinal. What you played, 34 years? 40. You walk like you played 34 years.
He played 40.
No, I feel like I played that many years.
Okay.
His first sack was against Bart Scott.
Arizona Cardinal legend, Mr. Michael
I heard you,
Tyson.
Chizo. I heard you.
Fellas, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Doing this thing once again this week 15, Monday night game, the last game of week 15. We got a good one. Pittsburgh Steelers, Miami Dolphins. Both teams need a win. Both teams are in a hunt. The Steelers actually playing for the division. And so this should be a pretty good game in the cold in Pittsburgh. Tell me a little bit about it. Chizo, tell me a little bit about the game, man. What you think gonna happen tonight? You got it.
My heart is telling me Pittsburgh, but the NFL and Las Vegas always have the special surprise for you. So I don't know. I guess we rocking with the Dolphins tonight. Let's see how that goes.
Okay, Daphne gonna like that pick. Clack, what you got, man? Who you got tonight?
I'm going with Pittsburgh because they're playing at home in the cold weather, so I'm sticking with Pittsburgh right now.
Okay. Big Buddha. That's on the parlay or not, man. But who you got tonight?
No, my parlay is
that's hope.
They ain't calling it.
But what I gotta tell you is this: Pittsburgh is gonna win. Tua cannot throw and play in the cold. It's not his deal, so it's not gonna happen.
Mr. Sanders.
I disagree. 100% disagree with Mr. Buddha's assessment. At some moment when you realize that you got to come out and play and get a W, you have to. Sometimes the unique part about a hot team,
Right.
going to the cold environment, the coach tells them one thing. You only got 2.5 hours, man, to focus.
Then we get
Push past that, then we get warm again. Ain't nothing like celebrating on the South Beach, and Jerome should know more about that
Uh-oh.
than most of us.
Uh-oh.
With the W.
Mr. Bankston, who you got tonight, man?
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh just because they're playing at home. I mean, Miami is playing some ball here late, keep it real. She'll make some great throws, but at the end of the day, it's going to be tough playing in Pittsburgh. And all these teams need to win to make a difference and get to the playoffs. So I'll go with Pittsburgh.
You go with Pittsburgh? Hey, I think this is going to be tough because, like Frank said, Miami won, what, 5 in a row coming in tonight?
Yeah, they cooking with fish grease.
Man, they cooking. They hot right now. The only difference is they cold right now.
Who cold?
It's cold out there in Pittsburgh, man.
Not when you're on the field.
Listen,
They
Miami
cold on the sidelines. When you're on that field.
Traditionally, Miami has not played well in any cold weather games over the last 4 years.
Yeah, go for it.
They have not played well at all. And Pittsburgh got to keep up with Baltimore. They have to. Because if you don't win that division, I don't think you're making the playoffs.
That's true. I mean, everything you say.
Well, they're at the top of the division right now.
That's true too.
The division, top of the division.
Well, no, they got to win to keep up with Baltimore. Baltimore won yesterday.
Yeah. They got to win. Pittsburgh has to win today.
Pittsburgh has to win. Miami's in the hunt. They got to win.
Look, but here's the funny thing. Everyone's saying Pittsburgh has to win. The reality is that a couple of weeks ago, Miami was about to fire the coach, fire two. Everybody's getting fired.
Everybody had to go back.
And so the scenario is the fact that, this is the beauty about the NFL is that you never know when a team's going to become a team.
Yeah.
And the reality is that there's a bigger picture. So to win the Super Bowl, to get into the playoffs, Miami knew they had to go up north and come away with a W. It's the AFC talking to, this AFC conversation. And so the reality is that, Pittsburgh's not dominating their division, and nobody in the NFC North is dominating their division. But the reality, they got to come through the AFC North, get a couple of wins, and then go back in the South. If they can pull up a miracle. But I mean, again, that's growth, that's maturity, that's the head coach understanding it, that's the young quarterback understanding it, and so those who for the Dolphins got to really, this is a more mature team, and you're watching them play, and so I expect them to have a really good game. That's when we talk about mentality.
But I've just never seen a Dolphin go score from in the Atlantic. In the Atlantic, I've never seen Dolphins go. That rim area of Florida. They do very well in the rim area of Florida.
I'm a Florida boy for Fort Lauderdale. I agree.
But when it gets in the cold, the Dolphins, they hibernate.
The reality is that when you know what you got to do, you got to go do it. And that's the beauty of the moment. This is a moment for the Miami Dolphins. If they win this game, that's going to lead them into another level of supremacy because they know they got to go to New England or Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
I will say this. This
It's
might be a different Miami team because I think I've seen Miami do something they ain't never done before.
What's that?
Miami flew up to Pittsburgh a day early, and they had a full practice. They were supposed to do a walkthrough, but
we got Adam Chef Chizo down there. The information like that.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Adam
Really?
Chef Chizo.
Really?
I might not know enough, but I know a little bit of something.
Okay.
But
That's big.
so you might see they might have a little pep in them step. They got a full practice yesterday. I think they came out with O-line. It was shell, so they wanted to be prepared. So don't be surprised.
Okay.
And sometimes when you get desperate, that's when you start to make better decisions. And I think since Mike McDaniels, is it Mike McDaniels?
Tua 137 yards. Dolphins 210 yards total rushing yards. That's what I see because I see them handing the ball off a lot today.
Oh, for sure. I mean, ever since about week 8, they've turned into a run-first team, and that's when the run started. They're one of the best running teams in the last 6-7 weeks. And when you run the ball, you keep that defense fresh because they ain't got no studs on that defense. They got a whole bunch of guys that play well together. So, my God.
For Pittsburgh tonight, too, they're missing Watt.
Yep.
Watt is not playing tonight, so that's a big loss for them tonight.
Who?
Watt. TJ's not playing tonight.
If they were passing the ball a lot, then that would be a factor. But because they're going to be running the ball today, he's not a factor in the run.
I'm just talking about the fact that, if Tua see anybody running that in full speed, he might duck.
The way the Dolphins play now, they don't really give Tua the opportunity to really be a, facilitator, It's more of a West Coast style offense. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run wide zone, inside zone toss, and then we're going to make little short throws. So that's why Tua's played so well this season. He hasn't been concussed because he's not really holding the ball that long. Quick. Look, time and pass. Bam. That's it. So
Good look right there. That's a good look. Fellas, everybody put their picks in. Let me go to something else real quick that happened around the league on yesterday. Injuries. Man, we had some major injuries yesterday by some major superstars in the game. Major superstars had some major injuries.
All ACL injuries. It was like 3 of them, right? Adams.
It's 2 or 3?
Adams, Parsons.
Which Adams?
Was it Adams?
Adams pulled his hamstring.
Pulled his hamstring.
Yeah, Devontae pulled his
pulled his
hamstring.
hamstring yesterday.
Well,
And Parsons
First
out.
pick that I talked about.
we just had an interception by Tua.
There's the first pick that I
First
talked
pick,
about.
so there we go.
I wish I
There we
could have
go.
put that bet in because I went over there and I wanted to put the bet in for 2 picks from Tua today, and they wouldn't take my bet.
They wouldn't take it?
They wouldn't take my bet. It wasn't on the
I went
card
with
because I
Tony.
know I would have won that one. That was one. You got another one coming in the third quarter.
We got a lot of time. We
Yeah.
got a lot of time for him to throw another pick.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this whole all the injuries, right?
Yes.
There's a eerie similarity between Tom Brady and Mahomes. It's a little difference in the timing of when it happened, but they both tore their ACLs. Brady did it in the first game of his ninth season, and then Mahomes just did it.
Ninth season.
Yep. Brady comes back and wins MVP. So is Mahomes going to be able to do the same thing?
I think he might be out all next year, though.
Because of the timing of when
Because of the timing, I think he might be out.
That was the only thing.
He's got time.
But there's an eerie similarity in how both of those guys at the same points of their career tore their ACLs.
The ACL.
And that has a lot to do with this turf that they're using now. It's not real grass. I think teams are going to start looking at that because of all these knee injuries that are happening because of this fake grass. They're going to go back to real grass like the Cardinals use.
Yeah, that's something Clapp was talking about last week.
I will say this. The Achilles has something to do with the grass. With the turf. But both the guys who tore the ACLs yesterday were actually on grass. So, but the Achilles, I do think, plays a major factor in the turf. I
don't know why they even went back to the turf. I know it's based off of maintenance, but to me, grass is the best surface to have playing football.
Frank, what you think about, man, with all the injuries yesterday? Big injuries to big players, big time.
I think there's always this. There's always a good intention from the NFL to protect their players. There's always a good intention from the NFL owners and coaches to protect their players in the preseason. But I think there's a part of the body that needs a sense of callousness that will allow these guys to really come out and develop their joints, their muscles, their tissues to be able ready to take severe impacts. And I don't think that. I think there's a lot of guys in the preseason who take that time off. They don't get their body callous for that moment. And I think that's the difference. And so to me, I found like the injuries are it's a long season.
Right.
And so I think in that long season right now, man, it's just a part of the game right now. They've added games to it. They've taken away preseason, but they've added games at different times of the season. So the body is not resting as well as it needs to be able to recover. You're playing, sometimes they play Sunday nights. They go on a plane, they go home, they take some time off, and some of them play Monday nights and they'll play Sunday the next Sunday. So it's like a 7-day window, and sometimes it's not what you need it to be. So I think the NFL need to look at that.
Even with that being said, even with that said, they play overseas and every place else. So they got all the difference in time zones and what they got to do to actually prepare themselves for the game. So if you play on Sunday, you might play on Thursday.
Oh, he didn't go out.
Yeah, and then you got a short time to prepare yourself. And,
I think the tight end was supposed to
Frank, you know this. Jerome, you should know this. We train differently. We actually trained that we try to pump as much iron as we could. We ran less as we could at the end of the day, but it's a whole different. I know you're a receiver, but it was a difference. So it was like more stationary, more adjustment as far as what we're doing is for getting us ready for the game. Now, with that being said, these guys are not doing the same thing. And then they're not practicing the same. They're not going to prepare themselves the same because they're trying to make sure the concussion and everything else is not going to be the same. So I think these guys are not ready overall, and that's why you get a lot of injuries. I don't care what they say. You got a lot of
You don't think it's overtraining?
Well, if I see Frank coming, Frank is a big receiver. I don't give a dang what he said. He like Michael, So he's a big receiver.
Michael.
Well, I'm thinking about the guy from Redskins. What's his name? Michael
Westbrook.
Westbrook. I'm not going to hit him the same way. I don't care what you say. And if he coming at me hard, I'm going to get an injury.
But we talking about injuries that happened yesterday. It was non-contact injuries. Both of them tore their ACL yesterday. It was non-contact injuries. Actually,
that's when you
the last
know
few
what it
days,
is.
because Daniel Jones did the same thing last week. Non-contact.
Yeah, but that was his Achilles.
That means he was
ACLs,
hold on, first of
both
he was
all of them
already
was
injured.
non-contact, though.
I mean,
ACL and Achilles were both
most
all
I mean,
Hey, guys.
He was already
most Achilles
injured.
is always non-contact.
He was already
Usually
injured.
non-contact.
Achilles is always non-contact.
I don't
But
give a damn. He was
ACL,
already
you know.
injured.
Huh?
You talking about Daniel Jones is already in?
All of them, they're already injured in some aspect, and
I don't know.
they tweaked it.
Okay.
I think they overtrain right now. I think these guys train 24/7.
Right.
They don't take any time off, and your body needs time to recover.
Well, while we're talking, we just got a 0-0 score. Both teams had the ball. Two of them threw a pick. Pittsburgh got the ball now. A-Rod kind of dealing a little bit. I think A-Rod has finally found Metcalf, Frank, the last couple of games. Him and Metcalf finally seem like they kind of getting on the same page a little bit the last couple of games. From a receiver standpoint, Frank, why don't you tell me this? How difficult was it, because I know you played with a few multiple quarterbacks, how difficult was it coming in year after year with a brand new quarterback, trying to learn not only a new system with a new coach, but also a new quarterback? How long did it take you guys to kind of get on the same page?
I think it depends on your skill set as a receiver. A curl route's been a curl route since you was 12. A slant's a slant, a drag's a drag. You don't need a whole bunch of time. You just need to make sure that you guys see the same thing. And so the reality of that is that I've watched Metcalf and Rodgers, and Metcalf drop a lot of balls. That's just the bottom line. And to me, I don't have concerns about my quarterback if they know what they're doing. I just gotta be where I'm supposed to be. That's my only job. As a wide receiver, your job is to be where you're supposed to be and catch the ball when he throws it to you. That's it. If you don't do that, then it becomes a question mark. But if you throw me a slant and I catch a slant, you know where to be.
Is there a
That's
difference in how the ball comes to you, though? So is one like so
I mean-
Tua throwing a ball to as a lefty? Is it different than
Yeah, but I mean,
getting the ball
once
as a right?
I've done that in practice a couple of times, I know what I got. I mean, when I get to the game, I'm not going to fail.
Okay, there
Because
we
I
go.
know what I got. Like, it just don't.
You forgot who you talking to?
I'm not
Oh,
going
I
to make
know.
it hard.
This is Frank Sanders
I'm
right
asking,
here.
I asked the question.
You know what I mean?
I asked the question so he can explain.
I'm not going to make it harder than it's supposed to be. A slant's a slant, a drag, and everyone in here knows routes and what they look like from a receiver tree. That's a quick out. Ball should have been up, should have been simple. It's a 3-step drop.
So
That's
is
too simple.
that something that's the media talks about that's overemphasized too much as far as how long it's going to take the receiver and the quarterback get on the same page?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, I do, because I think the reality is that there's a difference. A left-hand quarterback ball does something. A right-hand quarterback ball does something. But if you have practice, in which Metcalf and Rodgers did in the offseason before he even made the decision to go to the Pittsburgh, then the reality is that they should have continuity. I'm not giving them a pass. You should catch the ball when it comes to you. Bottom line, you got
Right.
one job as a receiver, catch the ball. If you don't do that, that's your problem, not mine.
I understand.
I mean, the other thing that they're not, the commentators ain't talking about is the offensive line and defensive line play. Because when you talk about offensive linemen and you talk about lanes for throwing, if the lanes aren't there, that has a lot to do with the ball getting out to the receiver at the right time. And so if those you got to start from inside out. Everything goes inside out when it comes to the offense. The line to outside to reading to seeing who's open to getting them the ball. If those things ain't matching, and so it's not the receiver and the quarterback all the time, it could be the protection that's keeping that from happening. There's a lot of factors that you got to look at to see why the ball's not getting to where it should go.
Fellas, I'm going to transition to something real quick before we take our first break. Real quick, I want to transition to something real quick. We know the Cowboys lost yesterday, last night.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, maybe I should look this way. The Cowboys fans that way. We know the Cowboys lost last night, and I remember a few people at this panel right here.
This table?
This table right here.
That table right
On
there.
the right
That
side.
table right over
Them
there.
two. What can we
Ooh,
say
good
about the
hit,
Cowboys
good
today?
Good hit.
Stomp on that star is what I say.
Stomp on the star?
it. Stomp on that star.
As bad as it's been for the Cowboys, we still have a better record than the Cardinals. So both y'all down there, relax, please.
Man, both of y'all
You
gonna
know
be in
what?
Cancun at the same
on.
time, at the same weekend.
Not better than my
Y'all
Bears,
staying
though.
at the same hotel.
You ain't talking about my Bears though.
The Bears,
See, the Cardinals.
the
paid
Bears
me.
are gonna
I
do
played
what
for the
they
Cardinals,
always
but
do.
I'm a fan.
The
of
Bears
the
are
Bears,
gonna do what they always do.
Let's not divert what I said now.
Right.
That's
The
Cowboys.
Bears
You're not
will
gonna get away
always
with
do
that.
what
No
they
sir.
do.
No
Yeah,
sir.
okay,
No sir.
but
Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about
Wait,
it.
let's talk about this.
All right,
All
so-
I wanna
All
know is
that
this.
barking you
Hold on, I
doing.
got a
Let me
question.
ask you
All
this.
that
I got a
barking
question.
you doing, all that barking you doing,
let me
is the
say
Saints going to the playoffs?
Let me
Is the Saints going to? You want to talk all that mess about the Cowboys?
Everybody on this
Is
table
the
going to
Saints
playoffs.
going to the playoffs? No.
Deflection.
Is the Cardinals going to the playoffs? No. The only person at this panel who should be talking right now is Buddha, because his Bears are rolling.
Yes, they
So if Buddha has a question for me, I would gladly answer. But anybody else on this panel, I don't want to hear nothing.
I can't ask you a question, bro.
No.
It's okay.
If you cannot ask me a
we all-
question
we all can
if your
extend our
team
hand and
isn't
go.
in the playoff race.
Hey, it's okay.
If your
Chizo.
team isn't in the playoff race,
okay, Chizo.
I don't want to hear
Chizo,
it.
it's okay.
Hey, wait, Frank got
Chizo.
something to say. Look,
Chizo.
Frank got something to say.
Stick your hand out, Chizo. Look at me.
I can't look. I'm
Stick your hand
blind. I'm blind and I'm
Stick your hand
senile.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Hey, hey, listen. Hey, we down there, man. And matter of fact, just tell the Saints organization to get everything down there ready. 'Cause I know they've been down there
why
for
are the Cowboy fans
weeks.
always trying to deflect and talk about something
For
else?
weeks.
When that's all they want to talk about.
Listen.
But when they lose,
Hey.
they don't want to say nothing.
No, I mean,
the thing about it is everybody.
yeah,
wants
like
to
we've
see the
been winning
Cowboys
that much
lose,
this season.
you
We've
know?
been losing a lot.
It's like it makes y'all year when the Cowboys lose, you know. But y'all team ain't
Listen.
never won anyway,
Nah,
you know.
they
And it's
down
been
there.
a long time, you know. But majority of teams on this panel, it's been a long time since they won.
Well,
That's
first
the
of all,
majority
it's
of
always
some
next year.
teams on the panel ain't never won.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know who
You
that is.
talking about them pigeons?
I don't know who they is, but what we can do is describe the Cardinals don't have their players and y'all have y'all's and y'all still suck.
What players do the Cardinals have?
We don't have. That's what I just said. The Cardinals don't have their players, but you have your players.
It ain't
you got
my-
your starting
it ain't my
quarterback.
fault our
You got your
GM's
starting
better than your
receivers.
GM.
You got your starting running back. You got your defensive line. You got everybody else, and you still suck. Now what?
Frank, you could have had all them boys and y'all wouldn't have done nothing.
That's not true. I promise you that.
You could have had
Never
Catfish
true.
Murray,
Never true.
Connor,
Never true.
Harrison,
Never true.
and y'all still would have won 6 games.
Never true. But
What happened last year? How many games y'all won last year?
But we do know about
Did
y'all.
Kyler Murray,
Hey, man,
Kyler Murray
hey.
played
Well,
last
I
year,
mean,
didn't
first
he?
of all,
we ain't got
they
to
haven't beat
barbershop
us
this
in the
thing,
last
man.
15 times.
Your Cowboys losing. We got to barbershop this thing.
The
Shout out to the L.
Cowboys.
Suck it up. Real grown man, be quiet.
How I got to be quiet? You the one talking.
I want somebody to give me a valid explanation why y'all hate the Cowboys so much.
They don't even know.
I mean, it's a valid one that makes sense.
It makes no sense.
I don't hate
on.
the Cowboys, bro. I really don't hate the Cowboys. I just don't like all of the fans that keep saying y'all going to the Super Bowl every year.
But don't the Cardinal fans say the same thing?
no, absolutely
You know
not.
why they don't? You
I
know
ain't
why
heard
they don't?
one
You know why they
Cardinal fan
don't?
say they was going to the Super Bowl.
You know
Frank
why
just
they don't
said-
say
I've been here
that?
20
Frank
years.
just said
bro.
if they was healthy,
But
they'll
you
go
know
to the
why they
playoffs.
don't say that? Is because that's something they used to never win in the Super Bowl because they never been in the,
Oh,
win
my
the Super
gosh.
Bowl. So it's something they used to.
Listen,
They've
I just
been
got
to the
one
Super
But the
Bowl,
question.
sir.
Cowboys are at
They've
some
been to the
point
Super Bowls in
the
Tampa.
Cowboy history has been used to winning
They
Super
have been
Bowls.
to the
So
Super Bowl.
therefore, the hope is always to win a Super
I
Bowl.
only
only
have
have one
90s,
question.
man.
That's just
Where,
hope.
where do the Cowboys go from here? Where do we go from here?
Cancun. Duh.
Cancun? That's what I wanted to hear.
Where
right
do
there.
you go? You go to vacation when you don't go to the playoffs. I mean, and it's okay we're going to Cancun because when we get down there, your Saints will be doing the cruises.
Man, look.
You guys will be the chaperones. You guys are going to get down there.
Hope.
You're going to be like, Cowboys over here. Cardinals over here.
Hey.
Hill over here.
Hey, y'all get down there first and just tell everybody where the best room's at.
It's the craziest thing that y'all hate
Hey,
the Cowboys so
tell
much.
us which pool we should go to.
Yeah. The Saints been down there since last year.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Them boys got residentials down
Man,
in
listen.
Cancun. Them boys.
Hey, look, that's going to do it for the first segment,
But-
man, of Stats and Sidelines. We'll be back in a minute. Again, big shout out to Wild Horse Pass for letting us come here, man, and watch these games, have some fun with some fans. Big shout out to all the co-hosts, man, all the NFL legends we got up here. We're going to watch this game, get into it a little bit. Tip your bartenders, tip your waitresses, order some more food, order some drinks. We're going to have a good time tonight. Stats and Sidelines, we'll be back in a minute. Holla.
It's just a boring game.
I want to see.
Hold on. Or Sunday afternoon, but they still lost the same goddamn
Exactly.
game.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
it's just a boring game. You know, we thought that this game would be a little more excitement than what it is, but like Buddha said, it's a
It's still
defensive
exciting.
game.
It's 7-3.
It's a defensive game.
Said
So
it's
usually
not
at this
exciting.
point, you know,
But
a winner.
I'm a-
I'd rather watch
you know,
high school
I
football.
think
than that.
I think the Cowboys should play every leap year, and that's it. That's the only thing I want to see.
Well, they get a chance to play every weekend. That's okay, but it's nothing wrong with a defensive game. I know most fans won't score points.
They want
and I
points.
get it.
They want action.
They want points.
Yeah.
They want action and everything else. But I mean, I'm a defensive player, so I'm okay with a defense
I
game.
mean, I'm okay with a
7-3
defensive game too, but if I know your punter more than the other players on the field, what are we doing?
Chizo,
I can name you I can name you both long snaps tonight. I can name you the punter.
They got a lot of action tonight. Hey, Chizo, I can tell you
All
this.
special teams.
Hey, everybody pick still in play. 7-3, so ain't no
7-3.
telling which way it's going to go.
10 or less halftime, somebody made some money.
Man, so look, that's the game tonight. We got it. We'll deal with it. We'll figure it out. Let me move on to something real quick. Chizo, I'm going to start with you with this one, man, real quick. If you don't mind, sir. Patrick Mahomes went out. Chiefs lost yesterday. My question to you is this. They've won the division, for the last 9 years in a row, bro. 7 years in a row. They've been in the playoffs 9 years in a row. You think their dynasty's over?
No.
You don't think so?
Why would it be over? I mean, Buddha said something earlier. Tom got hurt. I think he was 30. I mean,
This
real.
was
It's
after his 8th season.
It's real simple. I mean, Andy Reid's not retiring. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is 30. Is he 30 yet?
I think it's 29.
Yeah, he's 29.
29.
But let's be honest. He needed some adversity. Since the guy got in the league, he's never had a bad nothing.
The other thing.
He needed, and maybe that's what he needs. He need a little chip on his shoulder so he can come back a little bit more hungry. No, the dynasty, no. Andy Reid is still alive. We know Spag ain't going to leave because he's had every opportunity at every job that's been open. So with that nucleus, with a healthy Patrick Mahomes, they're going to have to draft a tight end soon because I think that was probably Kelsey's last season. But no, listen, man. They draft well. They coach well. They got it's a championship level franchise.
Yeah, they draft well, but this is going to be the first time they're going to have a pretty high draft pick.
For sure.
And so this is something they had never had in the last 9 years. They haven't been able to draft high because they've always been in the top. They've been drafting at 28, 27, and so now they're going to have an opportunity to take some of the top guys and be in a really good position to rebuild and beef up some of those areas that they lost.
If I was him, I would lose every game.
Yeah,
I would just lose the rest 4 or 5 games. So now, I mean.
I don't think it's going to stop that dynasty. I think it's going to continue. It's just going to. I think after this season, they're going to add in some key players that they may need based off of the draft, free agency, and they're going to continue moving the way they're doing. But it's not just because he got injured. It's not going to end in the world for the Chiefs. It's just going to be a continuation. He's going to come out even hungrier than he was previous years.
Yeah, and now with the ACL.
Well, Chizo, they got Andy Reid as a coach, and I understand where you're coming from because that dynasty with Patrick Mahomes might be coming to a dying end because of the injury. But at the end of the day, that dude still has a legacy that nobody can touch presently except Tom Brady. And that was some time ago, but it's still the same. Andy Reid probably gonna draft and do some things differently to make that team better and come out on top. But you can't go up there and down them just because of one season. And they would have been 7 years in a row they have won the AFC.
At some point, Kelsey's going to retire. So you think that's going to be a big
retired.
loss for
He
Patrick
has to
Mahomes
retire.
once he returns?
Absolutely.
He has to retire.
Because it doesn't matter what other tight end they bring in, it's not going to be a Travis Kelsey. So what do you think that's going to hurt him?
I do, because that was a security blanket for years.
Yeah.
So I think they need to go out and get a good tight end because he loves throwing to his tight end. So they need to find a good tight end, I believe.
It's a tight end league nowadays. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Trey McBride that 2 years in a row had over 100 100 catches. Now, he just broke the record with 10. Now,
But does that count because he's playing for the Cardinals? Does that count?
First of all, I wouldn't expect
That's not his fault.
Yeah. Jerome,
He's doing his job, no matter what. The ball's being thrown
But
to him, he's
in
catching
position.
it. I mean, he's doing his job.
He's in position. And if I was a team, and I said it a long time ago, if you had a tight end can stretch the field, you can make a difference. I said that always.
Right.
I said that always, plus a running game.
You're right. You're right. Fellas, let me transition real quick as the game just came back. I want to welcome former NFL legend, Arizona Cardinal legend, Frank Sanders back in the building. We thought you had left us for a minute. Or was the slots hot down there? Slots hot?
Is the
Slots hot?
Something else.
What? I mean, the slots hot?
Look, you can't be at Wild Horse Pass and pass up on the slots down there. So
Facts.
You know what I mean? You can't be at Wild Horse Pass and pass up on the
So
slots.
he was gambling?
I was gambling.
Where my half at?
Did you win?
Y'all
Give
see
me
him up
10%.
here, right? You see him up here, right? Y'all up in this
Hey,
business.
Frank, let me ask you this question real quick, man.
I'm trying to
Everybody
get an
got a chance to say something. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Phillip Rivers came back, man, out of retirement. 44 years old. Coach called him. He came out. I'm not going to lie to you. My only hope for Phillip Rivers is at the end of the game, he'd be standing up and he'd be able to walk off the field.
That's
Honestly.
not my hope. Go ahead.
He looked better than what I thought he was going to look yesterday. Not from a throwing standpoint, but, you know, can the feet move? Can he get out of the way? Can he protect himself? Tell me what you thought, man, about Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement yesterday and playing for the Colts and not looking that bad.
I mean, it's amazing that you can watch a guy come out and still do, you know, at that level. The NFL is not something for the faint of hearts, and you gotta want that work, man. And so, but you have to also trust the guys around you. And I think there's always this one thing about the NFL I've learned is more important than anything else is the guys will raise their level of expectation when they know they got somebody that can do the job effectively. If you believe in the person that you think can do something effectively, you will raise the level of expectations. I don't care how old you are, how long you haven't done it, doesn't matter. Once they believe in you, they will give their best and their extra for you. And all it takes is a little extra. And so they gave him the time. He went out and played. But, I mean, that's, again, to have one of the tough number one defense in the NFL, not to ever touch him
Right.
at that level, that tells you what everyone else around him had to do to protect him. And I think that's all based upon the fact that if we're going to go to the playoffs, you have to begin to take things serious and match energy with energy and play at another level. And I think the offensive line did a hell of a job. I think the coach called the right plays. He got stud receivers on the outside with a hell of a running game. So you don't need a whole bunch. You just need the guys to do a little bit more than they would normally do. And they did that.
It's that belief.
Yeah.
Like with the
And
O-line
great
belief.
run. Great run.
O-line believed in the guy who's
Yep.
calling the plays.
Right.
And if the guy that's calling the plays knows more than your own head coach, you're going to actually go into a game with a lot more confidence. I said it yesterday, and y'all didn't want to believe me. I said he's not going to be flustered because he's seen it all before. This is a guy who's played the game at the highest level. He never was flustered. He was a go-getter from day one, and all he did
Total
was
control.
jump right back on the horse.
Yeah, total
And
control.
So
you
let me
can
ask
see
y'all
how
this.
he played. He wasn't flustered. He knew what to call. It was his offense. And sometimes when you have your offense and you're put in a situation when you can call your offense, you're going to be productive. And we saw that. And it's only going to get better.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. So based off his first game, then how would you critique him on his first game?
I gave him an A. I gave him an A, without
an A.
question. I gave him an A. Look, he hadn't played in 5 years. He ain't seen live bullets in 5 years.
He didn't lose the game for them.
Right.
Which
that
is
was
why
what
he
said.
deserves. He didn't
Right,
lose the
yeah,
game
it
for
wasn't
He
them.
put them in position to win, actually. Frank.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing. That's all a quarterback really is supposed to do.
Exactly.
If you have capable talent on the outside and an offense line can do their job. It's not your job to win the game unless we're not doing our job. And I think there's a part where he walked into a good situation where he has players that can go make plays. He has an offensive line that did their job. And I think that is, you can't take that for granted. I think any one of us can put on a uniform, not necessarily perform because our job is different than Phillip Rivers' job is, but our mentality of what we need to do and how to do it, we're sharp on it right now. We can sit here and watch this game and tell you that right now in this defense they're in, what the cornerbacks look like, nobody moved, there's a zone right now.
Right.
I can tell you the cornerbacks are playing zone and not man because nobody walked with them.
Right.
That's what we do know, that's zone.
Touchdown.
That's zone.
Keep
Touchdown.
it going.
I
Keep
wish
it
that's
going.
Zone beater.
Hey, Frank, as a receiver, do you? Because we know his arm strength is not like it used to be.
We cutting everything off short.
So
I'm
that
not
would
running
be a
a
factor
10-yard
to you
route. I'm
as a
running
receiver?
Yeah, you make the adjustments according to his arm strength. I mean, I got in the league with Dave Craig. He was 16 years in. His body had already been through what it had been through, and we didn't help him at all, offensive line-wise. He led the league in sacks that year. But our 3-yard routes turned to 2 yards. Our 10-yard routes turned to 7. Our 15-yard comebacks turned to 13. Like, you make those adjustments. But, I mean, he has young studs over there, man. They got skill. They got what we talked about. Jerome knows it. If you have a hole in the offensive line, that defense would have exposed it. They couldn't do it because that's a really good offensive line. And he played well. He didn't lose the game for him, and that's the beautiful part about watching him play.
If we're saying the game is above the neck, he had that. He's bringing that to the table. He's
Without a
bringing
doubt.
more of that to the table than anybody else. We're saying that 10% of the physical part, he might not be where he used to be. He don't throw the ball with the velocity he used to throw with. But he knows where the ball's supposed to go, and he's smart enough to know to get the ball out of my hands before I get hit. That's the difference between him coming out there and them starting a non-starter ever. That's the difference.
Hold on. First of all they want him to do is maintain a game and hopefully win a game.
Right.
Just keep it 1,000. At that age and stage in the game, that's all you can expect. Let's go with Peyton Manning when he went to Denver. Peyton Manning averaged about 163 yards a game. All they told him is, don't lose the game for me. Keep the ball rolling when we need to keep the ball rolling because we had a hellacious defense. Right now with Phillip Rivers, they thinking the same thing. They said, I'm going to stick with Phillip Rivers. Let's keep it 1,000. Yeah. Y'all already said he can't move as well as he used to.
Right.
5 years since he's been removed from the game. All they want him to do is maintain and hopefully win a ball game or don't give up a ball game.
Right. So, Chizo, here's my question to you, bro. How far can the Colts literally go with Phillip Rivers quarterbacking? How far do you think they can go?
Just next week.
Next week. That's it. Real talk.
Just next week. Just next
the
week.
NFL's going to make it
Oh,
adjustment.
it's over next week.
What you think, Chizo?
I mean,
they playing the 49ers next week.
They got the 49ers next week?
He going to see 15 men on the football field. They're going to blitz and dog and stunt the whole day.
I mean, the way the Colts play.
The 49ers
They
don't got
know
no
he
defense.
can't move. Let's keep it real.
The
They know
49ers don't have a defense.
They know he can't move.
He
but
faced a better defense this past week
Colts-
than he does against the 49ers.
Yeah, I was about to say the Seahawks have a better defense than the 49ers. I mean, I don't think it's over for him. I mean, mentally, let's be honest here, guys. Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl, and his arm was angel hair that last year. Peyton's arm was done by the time they made it to the Super Bowl. With Phillip Rivers' mind game, they want to run the ball. They got one of the best O-lines in the game, probably the best back this season is Jonathan Taylor. They're not going to force him to do a lot. And if he can put up 120 yards on the Seahawks defense, he can put up some yards on some other people. So I wouldn't say it's over.
Here's the thing, though. Seattle, surprisingly, they got no pressure on him yesterday. Like, he was upright for almost the whole game.
Have you seen the Indianapolis Colts? No, brother. It ain't Seattle. Seattle has great pass rushers.
They do.
The Colts have probably the best offensive line in the league. Don't get me wrong. Is Jonathan Taylor special? Yeah, he's special. He's a good back.
Right.
But Jonathan, it's like Emmett. You know, everyone says Barry's the best running back ever, but Emmett played behind the best O-line. That O-line is so elite.
Hey, wait. You can't say that around here now. You got Buddha
Can't say what?
about the Cowboys O-line. You got Buddha who didn't like the Cowboys, and you got Mike who got whipped by the Cowboys O-line all the time. So you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful now.
I beg the difference.
I'll tell you that they had the best offensive line back in the day.
By far. I would say the Cowboys in the 90s were the best offensive line out there. Yeah,
I can tell y'all right now, my parlay bet for the Dolphins to win don't look good right now.
I mean, they got time.
Straight up win, nah. It's gotten colder.
It's gotten cold as a night.
They don't want to touch nobody. My parlay looks like
Didn't
trash.
we try to tell him
y'all-
they
y'all
can't play in
still-
cold weather?
Y'all still sticking to Miami to win this game?
I told them that, and that's why I upped it to 5.5.
Chizo, who you had? Pittsburgh or
That was a
Miami?
good decision by you, Ron.
I
mean,
took the
should've-
under. I like the under in this game, but
If you voted for the Miami Dolphins, y'all
No,
bring your tickets
why?
to me because I need to.
I've never rooted
Right
for
there,
the
bang.
Dolphins.
Take it. Get it.
And
Hey, here's the problem I have with Miami, bro.
Fumble.
Every time I watch Miami play right now, literally every snap, I'm just saying, please don't hit Tua too hard. Like every snap, I'm like, don't hit him too hard.
I'm like, hit him. Hit him and get him. If you got to cut him, cut him. I'm just saying, like, that's football, man. You can't. I agree with you on that notation. You don't want Tua to get hurt, but
Man, you don't want him to get hurt.
I mean,
One
but
more
he
hit.
out there.
One more hit, and I think he might
should
be
playing
done.
at a better level than what he's
I
playing
got a
at.
quick question for the whole panel. I'm going to go down the row. Well, the games where we at right now, this week 15, right? Banks, I'm going to start with you. Who's the MVP of the league right now? Because personally, I think it's wide open. Who you got MVP right now in the league? Don't hit him. See, right now.
Hey, but you saw what he did, right? He
Yeah,
fell down.
slide, get down.
He fell down.
Duck, something. Who you got MVP, Banks?
Frank Sanders.
Man, this ain't 1908.
Whoa. That's a good decision. Relax.
No, I'm
Relax,
I'll
relax.
be honest. It's tough, because they had Taylor from the Colts.
Yeah.
They had Josh at one point. They had.
Can you tell me who you got now?
I know.
Don't tell me who you had at one point.
It's kind of tough, though. It's kind of tough because everything has been sporadic. Everybody has fallen off, and it make it difficult to go up there and say who is the MVP of the league
Right now, today.
And guess what? I'm gonna go with the Rams quarterback.
Matthew Stafford.
I got to go with Stafford because he's playing ball.
All right, Franco. Mr. Frank Sanders. Tell me
Pick
who you
anybody?
got, man. Who's MVP right now?
Who did Mike pick?
He picked Matthew Stafford.
Oh, okay.
Who you got, Frank?
I think if he breaks the record, Myles Garrett.
Ooh.
He breaks the record. The
Ooh.
Browns.
He gonna break the record.
Browns.
You know what? That's a good question.
He's up
Ooh.
there.
When's the last time a
break the
defensive
record.
player
He
won
can
MVP?
break the
It's
record
not
next
probably.
couple with
It
his
ain't
I like
happening
that.
this year. It ain't happened ever.
Lawrence Taylor.
I like
but
that.
Lawrence
But I
Taylor
can,
really-
that was been a
I like
long
that.
time. That's 30, 40 years ago.
Buddha, who you got?
Not all the stats, not all, but someone who you didn't. That if he was not the guy on that team, they would not be in the position they are. And let's go Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams.
Are you serious? What? Hey,
Look at his
don't
stats
bring him
and
no
look what
more
he has
drinks. We're
That
going
is-
86
that-
him.
First of all, that's iced tea.
Oh,
But
my bad.
don't.
The man ain't even
But what
thrown
you need
for
to understand,
2,000 yards.
Listen, most
Does he even have
valuable
2,000
player,
yards?
most
Caleb
valuable,
Williams.
The most
to his
valuable
team.
player
He's the
on
most
the Bears
valuable
don't
to
even
his
use the
team.
helmet.
Most
The
valuable
most
to his
valuable
team.
person on the Bears
Most valuable.
doesn't even have a helmet.
Caleb Williams.
The Bears.
I said it.
He's
The
not.
Bears.
Clack, who you got MVP right now, man?
God dang, I'm going with Dak
Valuable
Prescott.
person on the Bears.
Did you say
Yeah,
Dak
let's go.
I'm
Prescott?
going with Dak
Can
Prescott.
somebody
God
check
dang
his
it.
drink? What are you drinking?
Dak Prescott.
What are you
God dang
drinking?
it, You know, so.
Cowboys lose, they don't have nothing to say. Cowboys lose, they stuck. They have nothing to
Oh,
say.
I got one.
Who?
These nine.
Man, they have nothing to say when the Cowboys lose. Absolutely nothing.
What'd he say, these
we
nuts?
got Clack said Dak Prescott, who won't even see the playoffs at all.
I don't know who.
Chizo has no answer.
Come on, man.
I
Come on,
get-
man.
I get you
Know the
trying to-
stats.
Hey,
know the
but-
stats.
but-
21
Come on, man.
touchdowns, 3,150 yards,
when
and
you-
his
when you
team
say stats-
is in contention
When you
to
say-
get to the Super Bowl.
But everybody
that's what's
knows.
called an MVP.
Everybody
that's what's called
knows.
An MVP.
Super Bowl.
That's what's called an
The
MVP.
Super Bowl? They're not even the best
I'm not,
team in the
not
NFC.
even-
I'm not knocking the 3,100 yards he got, but Jacoby Brissett at 2,700 yards, he missed 6 games. I mean,
Wow.
it's not the
Yeah,
same
like, that's not
conversation.
nothing.
It's like
Like,
talking about
don't
the
get me wrong, the
effect that that man
Bears
has on his team.
The Bears are
I'm not hating
cooking.
the
What?
Bears. I'm just like,
As a team, they're cooking. Why?
they are cooking good.
Because of their
They
head
have
coach.
a quarterback that's getting
No,
them. He doesn't
man.
throw picks.
No,
he
it's-
keeps
come
them in the
on,
game.
man.
He
Sorry.
makes plays.
Who's the number
He
one
does
receiver on
everything
that
that a
team?
quarterback
Like, you
should
don't
do.
Oh yeah.
Stop with
Going
the
deep.
hate.
Oh,
The Bears, Caleb Williams.
I
That's
promise.
what I
but
said.
it's okay.
I said it.
That's
Don't get me wrong.
his opinion.
Caleb is a good
I said
quarterback.
it.
I like
It's all
Caleb.
opinion.
Hey,
I think he's a good quarterback. But don't sit up here and act like Caleb's the reason the Bears are cooking. Because Caleb was there last year. It's the
He
head
was a
coach.
rookie. He was a rookie.
And the same reason why the Detroit Lions are struggling today are the reasons why the Bears are doing well.
Most rookies have a bad second year. Is he having a bad second year? No.
No, he took
He's
it his
having a
first year.
Super Bowl second year.
Because the franchise went out and hired one of the best offensive coordinators in the game and made him a head coach.
That fits his offensive talent. And now you see a difference.
Because this is the first time he's ever
He
played
ain't losing the
in
game
a pro
like
system.
some of these other
Hey,
quarterbacks do for their
we're
team.
going back to Myles Garrett, man. Individually, consistently, like
I'm
Myles-
gonna say something, bro.
I'm agree with Frank.
outside of Matthew Stafford,
Myles
Myles Garrett is.
You know what? I like the Miles
Like, just
Garrett
a
pick
dominating
because
force
I
right
think
now.
for the first time in a while, the race is
defensive
open.
player.
It's wide open right now. I think it's
Yeah,
really wide
but
open.
how
How is
Nobody,
he an
you guys-
MVP,
you
though?
nobody-
What has he
dominant.
done? How is him getting the sacks affect everyone on his team? They're losing games. He's frustrated.
We're not talking about the most valuable player on our team.
Singularly
He's
is having an amazing
What
season. He
drugs
should
are
be
you
defensive
on?
player of the year, but not
Are you
MVP
on drugs
of
today?
his team.
So you're
because
saying that-
his
Buddha, are you on
defensive play
drugs
does not
today?
change the outcomes.
Kato's
of his
not even
entire
a top
team.
5
It
quarterback
just doesn't.
right now.
I don't see how he could be an MVP if he's not changing the outcomes of his entire team.
As bad as Patrick,
if you add
as
that
bad
into
as Patrick Mahomes played this season, his numbers are probably way ahead of this guy you keep screaming about. Like,
I mean,
I
if
get
we're
it. The
going- if
Bears
we're
are
going to
good.
the
They
part
got
of
a good
changing
thing going. They got two
changing.
good backs. They got a good offensive coordinator / head coach. But come on, man, you got to slow down with the whole MVP thing.
I like Matthew Stafford because I think the Rams
hold on.
are the
Do
best
we
team in
always got to
football.
give it to an offensive player?
I think Matthew Stafford is the best. I'm sorry. I think the Rams are the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah, but do we always got to give it to an offensive
No, you don't have to, but you know the MVP is usually a quarterback's.
It's now it's who you're playing with that makes you better, that makes you deserve the MVP. We're talking about the most valuable player. Like, we're not saying like you have to be on the best team.
I mean,
to
but
make
okay,
your
if
team
you're the most valuable player,
be in the league,
and
not on your team.
what are we playing these games to do? Are we just playing to play football, or are we playing to win games?
Yeah, but you're making a difference for your team, even though it's a losing
But you're not
aspect,
winning.
Bro,
But
he's-
it's a losing aspect.
he's
But
So
dominating.
if you took his sacks away, is the team still losing?
Yes.
yeah.
yeah,
So
they're
that's
still
not an MVP to me.
Yes.
That can't be an MVP.
Defensive player.
Defensive player of the year,
He is
yes.
defensive player.
He was
Like
defensive player of
Lawrence
the
was
year,
doing
easily.
those. When Lawrence was causing havoc, they were winning games. He
And
was the
Super
reason
Bowl.
they were winning.
Because they couldn't get
Yeah,
rid of them.
Myles
They couldn't
Garrett's been
score on them.
dominating the National Football League since he. Okay, now when J.J. Watt was there at Houston and he had that 4-year run, they were winning games. So he was a part of the MVP talk every year.
But-
But
and also-
Myles ain't. They're not winning.
Yeah, and even back in the day with
So
New
it
York,
only-
Strahan, he had those.
so it's
had
only-
them 22
it's only-
sacks. He didn't get MVP.
It's
and
only
they was winning.
for the player.
Most
I'm
valuable
saying, I hear it. Oh, you're on a team.
Oh, so
That's
so
my
that
problem.
means
But they're not
That means Bo Nix and Drake May should be
Yeah,
MVP.
Bo Nix, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Matthew Stafford. These guys are on winning teams,
So
and
they
they
should
have a
automatically
chance to
get it.
win a championship, and they're the most valuable player on this winning team.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick?
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question? What about Josh Allen? He's making a case, I think,
Okay.
to come
I
up
mean,
the
that's
rear.
yeah,
I could
yeah,
get
for
that.
sure.
I could
That's
definitely.
a good
His
conversation.
last-
That's a conversation.
That's
the
a good
last
conversation.
month-
I would say Josh more than a lot of these guys, because you don't even know who's Josh's number one receiver. When you watch the Bills play, on third downs, all I know is Josh is gonna make it happen. I don't know.
Either through passing or running.
You're talking about the Bills who are like in the hunt for the playoffs, not anywhere where they used to be. What the fuck? We talking about teams that they getting smashed. 2 weeks ago, Josh Allen. The last 2 weeks, Josh Allen had a good game last week.
If I
Stop
know
it.
what,
Stop
did
it,
they
dog.
not
Like,
win last night?
All these names
they
y'all-
won yesterday
all
because
these
of Josh.
names y'all
They
using
came back.
But
are teams that
okay,
have lost
you
up
just
and
talk
down.
about they're barely in the playoff hunt, but you want to give an MVP to a guy that's in the
Bro,
that's
I'm
in the
not-
hunt for the top number one pick.
I'm not talking about.
Well, that's what you said.
What I said was.
I want to throw you
pointed
some
out.
stats real quick because I just wanted to look it up to make sure I was right.
Hook 'em up, stats.
So the Browns right now with their MVP type defensive end is still giving up 24.5 yards per 25.5 yards.
Yeah, that ain't
points
no
per
MVP.
game.
That ain't no MVP.
When Lawrence Taylor was MVP, The Giants gave up 13.5
It's a
points
different
per
game. It's a different game,
But
it's a different game.
Listen,
It's a
Let's
different
stop
game.
moving the
13.5
goalposts.
points.
Let the man finish talking.
I mean, when you talk about like what the team did based on a person's defense, the reason why he was MVP because only 13.5 points were scored average for the entire season
But Buddha-
for that team.
And
But
won,
they
and
throw
won
the
a Super Bowl.
And won the Super Bowl.
But they throw
so
the ball
that
now
is a difference.
so
That's
much
an
more.
MVP. That's how a defensive player could be MVP.
They
but
throw the
24
ball
points,
so much more.
24.5 points
So
a
what?
game is not MVP defense.
This is
They
not
throw the-
this is not an MVP defensive
Or-
game. This is not an MVP team. You said most valuable player. I apologize because it's about him and what he does. Now, if you need a team and everybody else do what you're doing, I get y'all conversations. I walk with y'all. I got no problem. I got no problem with a quarterback having to be this and he needs that. I get all that. At one moment, everybody was something in the NFL. All these quarterbacks were something.
There you go.
But at the end of the day, I mean, we're talking about who you think is the most valuable player. I'm just saying player, not
Okay.
these team stats and everybody else to figure it out. God damn.
Okay, let me
Goddamn.
pose another question. Let me say it a different way,
Then,
Chizo.
then give it to
Check this out.
Jonathan. Then give it to Jonathan Taylor.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because the last 4 games, he's done nothing, and they've lost. The last 4 games, they've disappeared.
I disagree with
Just
you.
like Mike said at the beginning, when they played teams who have better
Okay, so
records
you
than them,
say
they've done
Jonathan
nothing.
Jonathan Taylor had 100 yards yesterday. What are you talking about?
And what did that get him?
About 1 point.
I don't care. Just like you said about Myles Garrett.
No, you
He
just
had
told
3
me.
sacks yesterday, and they still
Bro,
lost.
you just talking now. You just man ain't did nothing.
Bro, this dude had
100
3
yards
sacks
ain't
yesterday.
nothing.
He had 3 sacks.
Is 100 yards nothing?
Touchdown, DJ
I'm
Metcalf.
in the money. I'm in the money.
Hey, if you pick Miami, turn that thing in and just go ahead and throw that away. What Daphne is? She left? Sorry, Miss Daff. You got him, Buddha? The parlay look good?
I'm in the money.
Wow.
Those are my guys over there. Those are my guys over there in the sports book.
BetMGM right there, sports
That's
books right
right.
there, brother.
That's right. Thank you for everything you
BetMGM
did.
plus
Every
sports
time
books.
you push that button for me, it made me some money.
Oh,
I love you over there, brother.
Hey, we
I
here.
love you
Hold
over
on,
there.
hold on. I'm not done. Someone on the panel just told me Jonathan Taylor has done nothing. So I got
said,
sacked.
no.
No.
I said
Let
the
me
last
talk.
4
You gonna let me
games.
talk? Are you gonna let me talk?
Lately.
Yes or no?
Go ahead.
Are you gonna
Last
let me
4
talk?
Go ahead.
He has 1,700 total yards, number 2 in the National Football League. He has 1,400 rushing yards, number 1 in the National Football League. He ain't done nothing?
Can I respond?
Offensive player
Can I
of the year.
respond?
Yes. And his team, let's be honest, even when Daniel Jones was in there, he was the success.
And his team is
So
successful
how you gonna
because of
say
him.
he can't be in
I gotta agree with
Let me tell you why he
Chizo, I
won't
gotta
win
agree
it. Let
with
me
you,
tell
bro.
you why
I
he won't
agree
win
with
it.
you, Chizo.
They started off what, 8-1, Mike? Was it 8-1? They was
how he
8-1,
finished.
beating everybody, blowing everybody out until they started playing competition. The last 4 games, he hasn't did anything. They
has
haven't
the-
won.
Who has the number 1? Okay.
They haven't won.
The number 1 rush defense in the National Football League is the Seattle Seahawks.
Right.
He had 100 rushing yards on the number 1 rush defense.
Pretty
but let me
impressive.
guess, he doesn't do nothing.
And I mean, we really have to get to the. I mean, as a
talking
panel
about here, man?
we have to understand what an
We gotta
MVP
stop
is, what
saying
an offensive
nonsense.
player of the year is, and what a defensive player of the year is. Offensive player of the year and defensive player of the year has to do with their statistical. Who is the best in those 2 categories?
Jonathan
the best
Taylor get
person.
Offensive Player of the Year.
When you
He'll
talk
get
about
Offensive Player of the Year.
MVP, you're talking about impact. Impact is the word.
Yes.
And if you don't bring impact to an entire team, you are not an MVP. Has nothing to do with your personal stats. We're talking about who has impacted their team at the highest level. We're talking that's what an MVP is. Not offensive or defensive player of the year. That's usually offensive player of the year is never all is sometimes and definitely defensive player of the year is never MVP. You have to bring something to your team that takes you to the next level where you're going to the playoffs, you're deep in the playoffs, you're making to the Super Bowl. That's MVP status.
Correct.
We don't have that with defensive players this year, but we do have that with a couple of offensive players. One of them being Caleb Williams.
I give you that.
The Bears.
I give you that. I give you that. But
Matthew Stafford or Drake May? Matthew Stafford or Drake May?
I would go Matthew Stafford
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, but they lost on Sunday.
when they
won the
played
first-
a good team.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the same team they beat before.
Who's leading the AFC right now?
Denver.
Yeah,
So,
he ain't even,
Bo Nix?
look, he just talking. He wanted to see.
Bo
He
Nix?
wanted to say the Patriots so bad. Denver is the #1 seed in the National Football League, and then you want to roll back to the Cowboys. But I know one thing: the Cowboys ain't fighting for the #1 pick like your Saints. So we all right. Matter of fact, you need to go home and not watch Indiana play.
The Cowboys need everything from the top.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, we
Y'all
don't.
need everything from the top
We got
down.
two #1 receivers. We got a quarterback. We got a left tackle, a left guard. What we need is a new owner.
Who's going to give up an $8 billion team? Nobody. So you're not going to get
I
that.
just need the upper room to open up for him.
The upper room.
Hey, Cowboy fans are delusional every year.
How are we delusional?
Even when they lose, they're delusional.
No, the
Leave
problem
alone.
is
They
you
lose
just,
with grace.
You just there's so much other stuff we could be talking about, but you want to just keep focused on the Cowboys. Like you're bored. Why don't you talk about your team?
He keeps
Like
trying to poke the
there's
bear,
a whole
that's
bunch
why.
of
He keeps
teams.
poking the bear.
There's 32
Like, poke the
teams
bear.
in the National Football League. You spend so much time. You go home, you study the Cowboys. You in your car, you listen to Cowboy radio. Bruh. What are we doing?
I want him to tell.
We really should have an awkward silence because someone still hasn't answered the question of who their team is.
tried to change
I
the
don't
subject.
think nobody
We
should
are
talk
waiting.
until he say something.
We are waiting.
I tell you who I'm gonna go with. Not the Cowboys.
See, we can't even get a commitment out of Danny.
He won't do it.
Wait a minute. Chizo said last week, or week before last, that I picked my team. When, Chizo? In the last what? The last 30 seconds of the game?
You the one that picked them. You should know.
Okay.
Sabrina, he got
I'll
commitment
wait.
issues. He got commitment issues.
I'll wait till the playoffs start.
Issue.
And I'll tell you who I'm
That's
around
how
with.
he won't pick a team. You know? He won't pick a team.
Fellas, listen, we're going to segue real quick. It looks like Pittsburgh has kind of got this game in hand. It is a lot of football left, but let me ask you this.
Say it with your chest.
There's a lot. Fellas, I want to ask y'all this question, man, because the AFC North was one of the divisions that everybody was talking about this year, being a heck of a division, and all of them really has been struggling. Let me ask you, Mike, I'll start with you. Who wins this division, man? Is it Pitt or is it the Ravens?
The
do you
Bengals.
The Bengals? Man,
No,
your
I know.
quarterback want to leave.
I know.
He trying to come meet us over
Joe
here.
Burrow's
at the
trying to get
podcast.
up out of there.
No, I know Joe Burrow's trying to get out of there, but right now, and you know what? We expect a lot of the Ravens. I didn't expect a lot of the Pittsburgh Steelers just because they had Aaron Rodgers. I'm not a total fan of Aaron Rodgers. I know a lot of guys on this panel are, I should say. But I will give it to Pittsburgh right now because they lead in the division. Keep it real.
Frank, what you think, man? Who wins this division? Because the Ravens are actually up in the division because they won yesterday. Pittsburgh is trying to keep up with them by winning.
This whole time I've been picking the Steelers.
Pittsburgh or the Ravens? Who wins this division?
I mean, honestly, I like the way that the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing right now. I do. I think just as a team, I think the leadership of Aaron Rodgers and him coming there when you get down the stretch, it's a mental test, right? It's a mental test. So when you get down the stretch of the season, you got a great coach in Tomlinson. He needed a quarterback that understands the value of what it looks like in the playoffs and that level. So I'm taking Pittsburgh over them. I think that I'm watching Baltimore, and I think that Lamar right now is playing around too much. I don't think he's playing sharp quarterback play right now.
Right.
And I think he's kind of playing around like he's playing backyard football, and that to me is a travesty right now. And so I'm taking right now Pittsburgh because I believe the leadership is highly important.
Yeah, he's not getting the reps. He's not practicing. I mean, you can't have a court like I can see if he's there, he's getting his mental reps and stuff. But they say he's not. He's just taking time. He's just showing up for games.
So who do you
can't
think?
do that?
Who do you
Hey,
think wins that division?
Jerome, most practices is walkthrough nowadays.
Oh, I understand that, but what I'm saying
I
is
get where
that
you're coming from.
He's not practicing. And he's not developing what he is.
Because of his timing.
Yeah.
Who wins that division? One of them got to win. Even though they don't look like they want to, one of them got to win.
I think Pittsburgh's the toughest team right now for them, for everybody in that. So I would go Pittsburgh.
Clack, who you think wins that division,
Hey,
man?
Jerome
Baltimore
going on the
or
spread.
Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh.
Zoe, who you got, man? Pittsburgh or Baltimore?
Man, I'm going with the team I thought was going to win the Super Bowl this year, and I still feel good about them, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah?
I think if the playoffs started tomorrow, how many teams will honestly say, "I want to play the Ravens"? They've found a way. They found
a
way.
lot of them because the Ravens don't have a defense.
Yeah, but most of those guys
They have an offense that's inconsistent, and they don't have a defense.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to play them.
And I played for them.
Because if they ever
I love them.
if they
I love the
figured it
team.
out.
But they just ain't doing it this year.
Chizo, I agree with you if Lamar was healthy and he played at that level.
Yeah.
He's the conduit,
He's not healthy right now.
and he's
I
not.
think,
And so I can't.
I think they're
mean,
forcing him to play because they're trying to make the playoffs.
I agree with you on
But
that.
yeah,
I mean, one of the
But
things
what you guys
they're
think about the
missing is
Jaguars? They're
Henry.
10-4 right now.
Yeah,
I think
I know.
they're first round and out of there.
I disagree.
First round?
No.
I disagree.
Who was my sleeper team this year?
You picked them. You said the Jags.
I picked the
I
Jags.
You
disagree.
picked the Jags.
Why did I pick the
I
Jags?
will give you credit. You did pick the Jags this year.
Before the season even
Before
started.
the season started, you picked the Jags.
I'll say this. There's 53 men on the roster. In the last 40 years, the Jags have had about 49 first-round draft picks.
So they had to turn
So
around
when you got all
eventually, right?
them, you got all. I mean, that means you got a good team, and the Jags have a good defense. They got a good D line. They got Travis Etienne is finally healthy. He been toting that thing, and Trevor Lawrence he's always going to keep them in the game. He will throw some bad picks here and there, but I like the Jags. The Jags
He's been
are
better
a
this year
scary
than
team.
before. So
The scariest team.
Houston.
I think the Houston Texans are the scariest team in the AFC.
I
That
disagree with
defense
that.
that defense is that defense. Listen, y'all gonna in about a year or so they're gonna come out with a investigation. They look like the old Saints. They look like some bounty hunters out there. Them boys flying around, they hitting everything, and they taking names.
It's going to be interesting, man. First of all, the Ravens got a tough schedule coming down. They got Green Bay, and they got to play Pittsburgh again, and they got the Patriots next week. So it's going to be tough for the Ravens. Speaking on the Jaguars, though, the Jaguars, man, they surprised me this year. And you know what else? They surprised me without Travis Hunter because Travis Hunter's been
it
gone.
had nothing to do with him.
He's been gone for
I
most
think
of the season.
they were poised to be successful because they were going to be consistent. I just felt it. I felt like they had pieces that they were missing. They got those pieces filled in. Their defense is consistent. Their offense moves the ball. Trevor Lawrence is his sixth year this year? Is this 5 or 6 years?
5 or 6 years, yeah.
Yeah. So he's at a point now where there's no excuse. He's coming at the end where he cannot make excuses on why he wasn't being productive before. They gave him all the pieces he needs, and he could see what he did with them.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not losing games
on
for
a
him.
5. I think they're on a 5 or 6 game winning streak too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Do they play? I will say this. I cannot wait till they play the Texans. I don't know if they played them
That'd
twice.
be a
They
heck
don't.
of-
The next
yeah,
three
yeah, it would've been a
games,
heck
the
of a
next three
game.
games, they got
going
the Broncos, the
a
Colts,
game.
and then the Titans.
That is going. That's who the Jags have left.
That's the next 3 games, yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Well, fellas, check this out. Once again, we're at Wild Horse Pass Casino, Hilla River. We want to thank all of them for letting us be a part of them today, this Monday Night Football. Once again, we're going to thank Daphne for making all this happen. Stats and Sidelines. Check us out at statsandsSidelines.com. Chris also, man, making this happen. We appreciate you, Chris, for sure. We're here at BetMGM Sportsbook at Wild Horse Pass Casino. Thank all the fans for coming out. We're going to take a quick break. Tip your bartenders, tip your waitresses. We order some more drinks, order some more food. Stats and Sidelines. We'll be back in a second. Come get some autographs and pictures if you like with the fellas. We'll be back in a hot minute. Stats and Sidelines, we out.